Hi, my name is Tanya and welcome to my small backyard vegetable garden here in central Victoria. It is definitely feeling like autumn around here. We are having the odd warm day, but these beautiful afternoons that make it so hard to not be in the garden enjoying it. And I'm not the only one who is enjoying our break in the hot weather. The plants have taken off again. They are happy that it is a bit cooler and I'm seeing more growth on things and some more food production. So let's have a little look around the garden and just see what is growing. I have heaps of basil. I have been coming out and picking it. Every night we add it to something and also putting it in the freezer, blitzing it up with some oil and lemon juice and salt and pepper and garlic and just putting it away for winter. The purple beans are enjoying the cooler weather. They have taken off and I'm enjoying those a lot. And the pumpkins have also taken off and are setting fruit. And I'm not sure if they're going to mature. I'm not a pumpkin expert, but I'm happy to see them producing more. This one obviously has gone rotten at the bottom. I do try to get around and get them all up off the ground and sitting on some little terracotta pots. And these little jack-be-littles are just hanging on there waiting to be picked. I'm probably could pick them, but I'm going to leave them there. The banana is growing beautiful new leaves. The color is just so electric. The crookneck pumpkins, they're getting bigger. And these pumpkins, these are the French heirloom pumpkins, and I need to get something up under this one to prop it up. It is getting heavier, so that is a job I must get onto in the next couple of weeks. And there is a lot of powdery mildew on the leaves, but I'm not worried too much about it. Now, this little capsicum that I potted up a couple of weeks ago is looking good. Some of the cuttings, they have been devastated by the heat, but I will get some more in, or I might just wait till spring. The seed snails have taken off fantastic. I am quite happy with these, although the broccoli is quite leggy. I've pulled out my glasshouse base, thinking about it. If I know the basic size, I can plant around it just in case we do have a chance to get on with that. And I have pulled out the one end of rock melons, and I'm just waiting for these last two to ripen up. And the vine has taken off again also, and it had flowers on it, but that will come to nothing. The parsley is like the basil. It is looking so beautiful and green and lush. Like I said, I keep checking these rock melons. I just cannot wait to be able to pick them. These tomatoes are going to go today. I really want to get this bed tidied right up so I can plant into it. I do plan to take out all these little capsicums and the chilies and put them over in the big pots down near my gateway. I keep changing my ideas on what to put in there, but I have taken the tomatoes out of there and that's where I will be putting them as a sort of a holding zone until I can see if I can get my glass house up. If not, I had a wonderful gardener comment in the comments section when I was talking about overwintering capsicums, and they had a lot of great advice, so I'm going to follow that advice. They had said that you can overwinter them as long as they're sort of kept away from the frost, or the frost is kept off them. So that has given me hope for not having to feel so pressured about getting my glass house up. Now these little onions are taking off and the eggplant is still looking beautiful and producing, and I had somebody else comment saying that they had overwintered eggplants. So I am just so grateful for all the information that people are putting in the comments, and I am taking it all on board, and I will be picking out my favorite eggplants. I don't have room to keep them all, but especially that one that has the darker purple stripes. For some reason, the others don't be as purple. I'm not sure if that's due to not enough light. I'm not sure, but I'll be saving as many of these as well. I want to get the other bed cleared so I can get some more cool weather crops in. This is another new addition. I started tidying up down my laneway to the gate. I thought I'm pulling that out. It has been meant to be there around the raspberries. We've had it stashed away there, and it was a bit of a hassle to get it out, and that's why it's been put off and put off. So now I've got it out and I've got it in place. I've got to remove the star pickets and all the things that were there trying to hold the raspberries back, but now I can get on with that. And I'm very, very happy to have it out and in place. And we do have an extra length, but it is in another storage area that I will not be going into just yet. Now we'll have a look at the Mizuna. It is a bit sparse, so I think I will get some more seed and put into the bare patches, and then that can be sort of succession planted, I guess. And the birds have been in the pots digging around, so I need to put something in there. I just set that wire hanging basket there, and these were the first lot of salvia cuttings that I took. They are coming up to flower, and really what I need to do, as lush and beautiful as they are, I suppose I could put it off longer, but is to get them divided up. I bought a grape, and Mrs. Possum has just devoured most of the branches on this apple tree and the one down further. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that. These are the sweet peas from last summer or spring summer, and I just chopped them down and pulled them out and laid them along there. So I'm hoping that they will, if I put some bamboo stakes in there, that they might clamber up there and seed there, which will be lovely. So this is all a big mess down here because I had to remove things, pull them out of the way. That's my back gate and all the mess. The trailer has the glass house on it. We've got a big chipper there that we use often. This table has been on my back veranda with my houseplants sitting on it, and I'm wanting it down here. This is where it originally was, and I took it up to my back veranda, and now I'm bringing it back. But before I do anything, I am going to paint this tin because it is silver. I painted the front of the shed when I made that garden bed for the raspberries, and now I can have access to here. I want it to be grey because I want to enjoy being here. I don't want to be looking at silver shining in my face. So I'm going to go ahead and paint this grey in a section. I won't be able to do the whole lot. I do not have a lot of paint in my tin, but I'm going to paint a large section for now, and then I can set up my little potting table in front of it and put some pretty things and make it such an enjoyable place. And I'll have a place to be able to sit and pot up some plants or work on a few different things and get this area tidied up. Now, this is just the first coat, and I'm not going to bore you with painting the whole thing, but there it is. That's one coat. It will dry a little bit better, but I will definitely have to come back and put a second coat on that. And there is rain forecast, so I may just jump straight into it. and have that done ready for the next video. Now, while I'm here, I'm going to get some snow peas soaking in a cup of water. And because we've had such dry weather, I want to pre-soak them. They will be faster to start sprouting, and I'll just have them in here overnight, or either tomorrow or the next day I will get those in the ground. But for now, I'm going to get stuck into this garden bed. There is rain forecast for tomorrow night. That is in this video. And I want to get these pulled out and the bed top dressed. And if I can get rain on it after it's top dressed, I'll be extremely happy. There is a cooler weather forecast for the following week. These tomatoes have been great, but they once again with the heat have just cooked on the bush, and the smell is not enjoyable. Fermenting tomatoes, and the birds have been into them, making such a mess on the ground. So they definitely need to be going. And I've been so happy with the chilies that I decided that I will keep them and plant them down in the big pots where I've had the tomatoes down in the back gateway. I'm pretty happy with that. I had thought potatoes down there. I'm sort of doing the juggle of a small garden and I'm hoping that if I can transplant them now, they'll sort of sit pretty dormant over winter, and as spring starts, I mean, look at this fruit. It's just so beautiful. As we go into spring, things will, if they survive, then they will start shooting, and then I can make a more permanent decision. I'll have another 2 garden beds filled by then and be closer to a decision on when my glass house may go up. I sort of want to keep the glass house for the big bell peppers and some space for late season cucumbers and tomatoes, or early season. It's only a small glass house, it's not big at all, so I have to do the same thing and juggle that. I know I want some permanent things in there, so we shall see. This is only thinking, this is not in practice. So this is the mess I am left with, but that's okay. It's on bark, it can rake up quite easily or even be picked up. These are the chilies. Even though they were overgrown so much by the tomatoes, they have produced so well. This is another salvia, just cutting that back and getting it into some water. I'm loving my new lights. I've taken down the streamers for next year, and I'm hoping that the birds will forget that they even existed and they will be scared of them again, or at least cautious of them again in spring. We shall see. Just getting all of this flattened out. Gonna get these plants into some water because it is quite warm tonight, and I've made a decision, so I just push on. Once I make a decision, that's it. Which is always a good thing. So we're taking out all the little supports that I put on when they were only tiny, and get those out, and they come out pretty good. The soil is beautiful in there, and I'm just getting them into this big copper, and I'm putting some water in, and I put a bit of sea salt in the water. This little man, he runs his legs off following me back and forth non-stop. So this is what I'm left with, a huge barrow again full of things that need to be composted. These are the branches I cut off the chilies and the capsicum. Some of them snapped off while I was cutting things back. So I'm just going to take the fruit off them and just going to get something to put all the leaves in. And then I will keep those. I'll get them all cut up and in the freezer. It is just so prolific, this chili. It's the Anaheim, and I have really enjoyed it. They have a thicker skin on them when they are cooked, so that is something to keep in mind. But they are prolific, like these little ones, which would make perfect if you've got kids that love capsicum. They would be perfect for a lunchbox. Quite a cute little snack. So we get all of the fruit off, and then I can get those leaves and branches all composted with the rest. And that's a whole basket just off some of those branches that got broken off. Got the peas in soaking. I've got the paint there ready to go again. And I do not want to leave here. I just would work non-stop if I had the chance, but I have to go inside. I'm going to get some water on these chilies and some sea salt in the water, because I will not be able to get those potted up straight away. I want to take care of them, and I will leave that for the next video. Thanks for being here, and see you next time. Bye for now.